magic happens. That's the only thing you can sort of use to explain it. It's magical.
Both you and I were nominated for Men's Health Champion Awards through the Australian Men's Health Forum.
Oh, I actually forgot about that.
Yeah, but I don't think a bride's going to really want a soggy dress issue, so maybe it's a complete write-off.
Not at the beginning of the night anyway.
What's the best revenge to get back at someone that's done me dirty? We are in fact talking about the piss disc. You've tuned into the Better Bloke podcast. I'm Matty.
And I'm Rob.
We're just a couple of average guys who started a charity with one simple mission: to fuck off suicide as the leading cause of death for Aussie blokes our own age.
We talk shit, ask the big questions, and chat with people who have been through the ringer and come out the other side with a story that's worth hearing.
Let's get stuck in. Holy shit, it's 2026. Welcome back to the first episode.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, baby. And I just wanted to say, I'm proud of you. 52 weeks. We did an episode every single week of last year.
No, I missed one.
You did miss one.
Yeah, almost.
Dog.
Yeah, look, it happens. But sometimes you need to make sacrifices.
Yeah, look, that's what it is. So we've done them before, but it's been a while since we did a Best of Blokes Advice. So
it has been a very long time since we've done a Best of Blokes.
And we didn't do a recap of the year at the end of the year like everyone else was doing. So why not launch into the new year by taking a look at some of the best shit that's gone down over the past 12 months?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, where do you want to start?
Well, let's before we actually recap, let's start off with where we're going to be tomorrow as this drops.
Summer nuts, baby.
Summer Nats. It's how we kicked off the year last year. Let's kick it off this year.
And the year before that, it's becoming a bit of a theme.
It
but
is.
We're doing it bigger and better ever this year. So we got a thing called the Better Bloke Pit Stop. Massive big event. We've got couches, umbrellas, like the whole works. You can come hang out with us. Obviously, we'll have all the merch there. But we got water stations, drink stations. We got challenges, tire change.
Sunscreen stations.
Sunscreen, free sunscreen.
It's, mate, what more could you ask for?
I don't know. You're a pretty good bloke doing that.
Because the sun is hot down there.
It's cooking.
It is cooking.
So we'll be there the full 4 days. We got a whole bunch of raffles to do. We got like some of the biggest cars in the scene. They've donated their number plates, signed them. We're going to raffle them off. All of that directly goes towards what we're doing here at the charity. What else we got?
We got Swifty.
Swifties.
He's offered up a rundown skid row in the infamous Swifty. So someone's going to be able to win an opportunity to do a skid with him.
And we'll have a whole bunch of cars rotating through our setup. And it's at the end of Tough Street this year. We're out of the Drift Pavilion and we're into the thick of it. So that's super exciting.
So big shout out to Summer Nats actually for that, because they knew the conversations we were having were actually helping a lot of the boys there. And they realised that it gets a little bit noisy in the Drift Pavilion. So they've put us in a spot where we can actually have those chats.
And even quieter than at the end of Tough Street is something else you're going to do on the mornings.
In the mornings, we are going to be hosting the inaugural. This is the first time they've ever done this. We're going to call it the morning lap. So it's essentially just a walk and talk before all the chaos erupts, before everything gets really fucking wild like it does at Summer Nuts. Anyone that's camping down there can come for a bit of a walk and just chill. Meet some friendly faces, have a coffee and kickstart the morning nice and fresh.
See, I keep telling everyone you're a good bloke, but no one believes me.
It's very hard to believe.
Look at that. Fucking awesome.
Look, just doing my bit to be a better bloke.
We're going to get into some of the other like events and shit we did over the past 12 months because we did some cool stuff.
We did some very cool stuff.
But Blokes Advice has always been a little bit funny, right? It's entertainment. It's enjoyable to get around, and that's kind of what birthed a lot of this. So we wanted to get stuck into some of the things that make Blokes Advice Blokes Advice.
It's bloke culture, 101.
Bloke culture.
We've said it time and time again. We are blokologists.
Blokologists, baby. If anyone's not aware of the group, it's all things. So there is a mental health side of things, but people can just have a fucking laugh. They can put up a post and talk about whatever they want, right? They could be asking for advice or just
talking shit.
Literally anything. We were looking at the stats. Something like 11,500 posts went up last year and generated like 1 million comments.
Yeah.
So, whatever you're into, it's probably in there.
Anything and everything. It's very, very hard to find something on Blokes Advice that won't tickle your fancy.
We got a post in the group of the original poster asking, what are your biggest work fuck-ups? And there was some absolute doozies.
Well, go on. What were they? You can't just segue with that and then not tell me what some of these biggest fuck-ups are.
The original guy that posted it also posted one of his own fuck-ups. He said, when I was a cabinet maker, I fitted a kitchen in the wrong house. We loaded the kitchen up Monday morning and took it to what we thought was the correct address in a new housing estate. While fitting the kitchen, I said to my workmate, the boss was out with his measurements on this one, as we had to do a lot of cutting and planning of the side gables and benchtop to make it fit in place. It took a lot of work, but we made it happen. The following day, we loaded up the next kitchen and drove to a job, which as it happens, was next door to the one we fitted the previous day. We unloaded and started fitting the kitchen, except this time there were massive gaps down the sides of the gables. At this stage, we sort of looked at one another and we're like, oh, fuck. We called the boss and asked him what color the kitchen was meant to be. And that's when the yelling started. Spent the next few days confined to the workshop on the broom while he fixed the fuck up. Definitely was our fault. Didn't look at the paperwork properly.
Yeah, that one's going to hurt. But what do you do in that situation? You just got to wear it.
You got to wear it. Read the paperwork properly. I bet he doesn't do it again.
No, you learn from that.
But there was hundreds of comments, and I think we've all had like a few fuck ups in our day.
There's been a few, or like not me personally. I don't have fuck ups at work.
None at all.
No, none. But I have seen some good ones.
What's the best one you've seen?
In workshops, you can get like, guns that pump the oil in. Some of these guns have a setting where you can change from gallons to litres. So I've seen someone put 7 gallons of oil through a car instead of litres.
That's not good.
No, it works out about 20-something litres of oil.
It's too many. There is
way too many, yes.
There is an oil-related one that was posted. And it was, I was a first-year apprentice doing an oil change on a grader. Dropped the oil, changed the filters, filled it back up, and nothing on the dipstick. Everyone checked it and confirmed I had put 30 litres of oil in it. The shop manager confirmed the dipstick was the wrong one and sent it out to the go line. It spit a piston on the first run and seized the motor. I had put 30 litres of oil in it, straight into the gearbox. The engine filler was on the opposite side.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
It sounds like he got away with it kind of because other people checked it and they all didn't realise.
But just assuming that it's a wrong dipstick, I don't know.
It's almost like the boss is in trouble for that one.
Yeah.
How about
Someone's
this
in
one?
trouble.
This bloke said, I dropped 580 litres of Dualex paint out the side of a double unloading it. The last pallet on a Friday night. 1.5 tons of sand, 3 hours and a written warning later, I walked out on Saturday with paint over my high-vis and a pink patch on the concrete that lasted for 7 years. Monday the following week, 620 litres dropped by the bloke who had given me the written.
Oh, that's got to make you feel a little bit better. But actually, no, probably not, because it always happens on a Friday. If you're going to have a fuck up, always a Friday afternoon. And it's always when you've got shit planned for the weekend or that night.
Yeah, it's so funny, man. There was so many posts. I'll go through a couple more because it's hilarious. This bloke said, I didn't close a fire hydrant I was working on, filled the system up at the end of the day, flooded a wedding dress shop, 1.5 million in damages. All right, that's a lot.
But do you reckon that's 1.5 million with the wedding tax? Like, what's if it was just a normal?
It was 3
dress?
dresses for sure.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, and hopefully they'd have insurance. But imagine that.
Do you reckon you just dry them out?
Yeah, but I don't think a bride's going to really want a soggy dress, is she? So maybe it's a complete write-off.
Not at the beginning of the night anyway.
Okay.
Hey.
What's some other stuff we see all the time, sort of reoccurring themes and posts?
I mean, well, we couldn't do a best of Blokes Advice without mentioning the number one person for reoccurring posts and themes.
Mr. Dave.
Mr. Dave.
Dave. Fry Dave.
Fry Dave. He is just, I guess, he's a staple of the Blokes Advice community. Every single Friday, and we've mentioned him time and time again on this podcast, he'll just put up a post. Sharing a Friday beer, everyone gets around it, and everyone posts. It's almost like it's an online collective of boys just going yeah, let's have a beer together. even though they're not together in person.
Did you see he did actually miss Boxing Day?
I did see that.
Oh, I think that's his first miss, to be honest.
But most people look at his post as a way of knocking off.
I know. So he eventually did his Sunday post because he does a Sunday roast post.
Yep.
And there was boys commenting like, fuck, Dave, I've been working all weekend.
Just put in overtime with the boss.
Because Dave didn't knock him off.
No.
So I don't know. Word on the street is that he may or may not be coming on this podcast soon. And I'm very excited for that.
I'm also very, very excited because he is just such... There's characters of Blokes Advice. When I say characters, like they're real people, but they just have this aura about them.
And no one knows fuck all about Dave.
No.
Like he's this guy that everyone knows his face. He's almost like, fuck, he gets more views than most influencers.
Yeah. He would have had like millions and millions of impressions.
Millions and millions. And it's been going on for years. So people are just used to seeing his face. They know who he is. But
no one knows his story.
No one knows literally anything about him other than it's Dave, the dude with the beard that posts a VB on a Friday.
Yeah, I'm excited for that chat.
Yeah, it's a good story. Good story. Other characters, who we got?
We've got Clint. Is it Clint?
Not sure.
The Bus.
Oh, Bus. He's came on strong to the scene in the last month.
In like very, very recently.
And people thought it was AI.
Because this bus is hectic.
Yeah, it's very big.
Like it is a car transporter that's been converted into a motorhome. And he's been getting very, very vocal lately, and a lot of people have been getting behind him. So I think that's one of the best things about the community that is Blokes Advice is that you've got all these individual blokes that they may not necessarily have a network around them in person. Like obviously he's traveling Australia, so he doesn't have this solid connection, but he posts online in this community and everyone gets around him. They want to know everything about it. He's been doing little videos showing people tours of his home. And
did you see he actually had some meetups recently too?
I did see
people
that.
were in the area. They're like, yeah, let's catch up, have a yarn. It's awesome.
It's real world shit. That's what we want.
Another thing that we saw happen a couple times, which is blokes connecting and helping each other, was the family reunion stuff that happened quite a bit in November. So we've done it. It's happened plenty of times over the years, but guys posting saying, hey, look, I lost touch with my dad or my father figure or my brother 20 years ago. This is all the information I know. And these are guys that have been through the actual places that find these people. 2 in a week, and Blokes Advice found them both in less than half an hour.
Yeah, I think the first one was like 20 minutes, and they're like, oh, yep, here he is, bang, bang, bang. I know him.
That dude messaged us personally and was just like, holy fuck, boys. Like I have tried to find him, and you guys did it in 20 minutes.
It's something special. When you get that many boys together for like the same reason, trying to do something cool, magic happens. That's the only thing you can sort of use to explain it. It's magical.
Absolutely magical. And that's the good vibes is what everyone fucking loves to see. The banter and shit's hilarious. It keeps us entertained. But when guys are really like helping each other out, that's awesome. We had a follow-up post, and that's what I like too, when guys actually tell you the result, because usually the thing happens and we never hear about it again. We had this one. There was a post that said, a few years ago, someone made a post on here asking for advice about his boss taking advantage. I put the offer out there to come work at the place I managed, and I was surprised that he took up my offer. I'd done my best to offer him the best conditions. I wasn't expecting a first-year apprentice to be so good, but he definitely proved he had what it takes. I had a very proud moment yesterday, seeing Jesse complete his apprenticeship and become qualified. He has made a great mechanic and a great friend. Thanks to Blokes Advice for making this happen.
Yeah, you love to hear it. It just makes you feel warm and fuzzy inside. It's good.
That's like 4 years ago, I guess, for an apprenticeship. Some bloke saw a post and was like, you know what? I'm in a position. I'm going to give this bloke a chance. He seems like he's got an initiative. Come give it a crack. What happens when you do that?
Or even just the fact that he's done the follow-up saying like how proud of him he is and all that sort of stuff. I don't know. It just makes you feel like he didn't have to put a post up in BA and let everyone know about the end result, but he has. And it's sort of, I don't know, it gives everyone a bit more of an opportunity to try and go out and do the same thing now. So
it inspires other people to do the same thing. Same with the family reunion. Like the first guy posted, obviously worked in 20 minutes. The next guy's like, shit, maybe that'll work for me. Same thing happened with Kyle, the guy that gave away that CRF 50 for Christmas. He posted up, he had this little dirt bike, said, I want to give it away to a family that needs a helping hand for Christmas. Awesome gesture in itself. But what happened then? A whole bunch of people were like, oh, you know what? I got this Xbox. I'll buy a bunch of Woolies gift cards. And it kind of just was
snowballs. And that happens every single year. It's like around Christmas time, it is my favorite time to be a part of Blokes Advice, just because the guys getting around each other and they know that they may be in a better position than someone else. They go, let's pay it forward. And the amount of consoles going out, the amount of motorbikes, like there's been cars given away.
There was a Pokemon card thing too?
Yep.
What was that? It was a guy that had like a whole collection and he split them up into little packs so he could literally give like hundreds of Pokemon packs.
I think he went out and there was like over 100 kids that he just sort of put packs together and was just giving them out to parents that couldn't afford to give their kids gifts, which is like unreal. Because it is like times are tough. Nothing makes you feel shitter than not being able to give your kids that special feeling around Christmas time. And all these boys are just banding together and giving everyone the opportunity to do something nice.
Yeah, helping each other out. That's what we like. There's also some funny advice posts. People asking for genuine advice. This popped up a couple times through the year and actually spurred on one of our most famous moments of 2024. 2025.
2025.
Jesus, it's going fast.
It's going really fast. That means you're getting old.
We are, in fact, talking about the piss disc. And this comes from when people ask the community, what's the best revenge to get back at someone that's done me dirty?
The piss disc is the only word you can use is iconic. Like it has been a staple of Blokes Advice for near on 10 years now.
The amount of people I've met that are like, holy shit, bro. Like I just saw you pop up on a podcast. I didn't know you had one. I'm like, what was it? And they're like, you were talking about the piss disc.
Yep.
I'm like, yep, of course. Of course that was the one.
That has had tens of millions of views on
it. Funny post though, because there's not just the piss disc. There's a lot of ways to get back at your neighbour, from throwing the palm fronds over the fence to doing a whole bunch of other kind of diabolical shit.
There is. Well, it's piss disc 2.0 now.
We don't have a name for it, but it is piss disc 2.0.
Do you want to explain what that is?
This one is diabolical if you're trying to get revenge on your neighbour. Piss disc on steroids, right? So what you have to do is go out and eat a whole bunch of crap. A couple Subway footlongs is going to do ya. Then take some laxatives. It's going to get all real nasty down there. And then you need to get a Ziploc bag and just unload into it. Fill that thing to the brim, right? Seal it up nice and tight. Go over to said neighbor's house. Put the end of that Ziploc bag under the door and then give it an almighty stomp.
See, I understand the concept. There's just a lot of room for error.
So much error.
Like if it blows out the other way, that's a mess.
It's not good.
So maybe you sort of want to, because you know how Ziplocs have like the two clips. They got like a top clip and a bottom clip. Maybe you want to like half peel it.
Do you reckon anyone's done this?
No.
It's one of those internet memes?
Yeah, I reckon. But in saying that, when us discussing the piss disc garnered that much attention, because that was sort of like an internet meme thing. Because it went so viral, there was videos of people trying it.
Did you see someone posted in the group? He was into his 3D modeling and he actually created a 3D mold that you could set your piss disc in with the BA logo.
I did see that.
Attached.
It was magnificent.
It's very good. Very good.
Yeah, nah. Look, I'm not willing to try that one.
No. All right.
But we do need a name for it though. So if anyone has a name for it.
Yeah. Give us your best name for that one. I think we got to be creative on it. There are some other ways people seek revenge. There's obviously the classic ones, but there's so much creativity and originality inside Blokes Advice too.
The originality is next level. Even but some of the recycled stuff, it'll be like pranks or little ways to get back at your neighbour that you haven't heard in years, and you'll hear it and you'll just be like, oh, wow, that is vintage.
Yeah, this is a good evolution of, writing your mate's phone number in like a toilet block and saying call for a good time. This is taking it one step further. You got to sign up to Grindr to start with.
The app?
The app.
Or the tool?
Definitely the app.
Okay, yep.
Sign up to Grindr with the fake profile of the person you're trying to prank. Have that conversation, get it all going, and then what you do is you organise a guy to pick you up for a date, and then just send him straight over to your mate's house. A big gay fella's going to rock up. Great fucking comedy.
They could become mates.
Could go fishing.
I don't know, what do they do?
On Grindr.
Yeah.
Google it.
Okay, I will. Am I about to be surprised here with what happens on Grindr?
It'll look similar to that prank we were talking about the other day. The other day, just before. The massive explosion of... Yeah.
I don't know if I want to Google it.
That one's a bit mean, but there was another one I saw that was pretty good, and it was ordering sand. Have you seen that?
No.
Sand is cheap.
Is it though?
Yeah, it is. It's like $70 a meter or something. Don't quote me. Order a load of sand and they will deliver it to your house. So you're not home. That's fine. Just dump it on the driveway. It's all good. Rocks up, dumps a couple cubic meters of sand on the driveway. They fuck off. Done.
Yeah, you're going to be stuck then with a whole bunch of cubes on your driveway. Yeah, fuck. Yeah, that's shit. That's a good way to get back at someone.
Yeah, and like, what do you fucking do?
Nothing.
Because once it's dumped...
Yeah, you're like, what are you going to tell them to come back and get it?
Yeah,
you don't know where it come from.
Can't pick it up with the forklift. You don't know where it came from.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? That's a rough one.
Well, everyone's got cameras now, so they might be able to see on the truck.
Do they though?
A lot of people have cameras.
I don't. If you want to come and rob me.
You got nothing in your house though.
No, if I don't even have food in my house.
One of the things that, and I think this was maybe towards the end of November, I think this guy put up about this, but this is sort of one of the other things that I like absolutely love about BA is that people will give props for the positive experiences they have with people. It's not just like negative. I'm leaving a bad review. Like none of that shit ever happens. It's mainly positive interaction. So there was a postie who he went around and he had what's the word I'm looking for? He had
it was sign on delivery.
That's the one. Yeah. So like the guy had to be there. Rung the doorbell, no one there. Gave him a call and said, "Hey mate, we've got this." Turns out it was the bloke's dad's death certificate, so he did need it. The postie then went, "Hey, look, I'll come back after hours and I'll give you this so you can sign for it, so it's all official and done." Just went out of his way to go and do something super kind that actually helped this bloke. So the bloke's like, if anyone knows him, had a picture of him from his doorbell camera. Ring camera, that's the one. And I think they ended up finding him and was like, "Yeah, look, I want to help you out and just say thanks."
It's just so good. Do you remember we had one about a guy that posted up, he got stabbed in the neck and he shared his story of, how it was a blind attack, it was real unlucky, whatever, got stabbed, almost died. Sure enough, like first comment, "Hey mate, I was a paramedic that sort of picked you up." Both members, they sort of bonded after the fact. I'm like, fuck, that's cool.
That's wild that like you've just got like literally an online community can bring that many people together and like just and random things that draw people closer because of shared experiences. That's what we're all about.
Hey, before we crack on, I want to talk about the merch because the merch has been going pretty sweet this year. We've got so many new designs. We just released the Big Chocky collab.
Yep.
So that's awesome.
Every day is Australia Day. Words to live by.
Just in time for Australia Day, even though that's every day. But if you want to be repping something cool, that's out now along with a whole bunch of other sort of merch too. And that's really helped keep the whole ship floating. So
I think everyone's probably going to want to jump on those and get in early because they are going like hotcakes.
Yeah, it's good times. So jump over blokesadvice.com and you can check it out. Other than that, let's talk about some of the shit that we achieved with the project. because there's been a whole bunch of stuff. I'm putting together the annual report so everyone can jump onto the ACNC portal and see the actual report of what we've done. But in doing that, I compiled all the things that we've gotten up to. And it's more than you kind of think when you're doing it, because it just stacks up over the years. So I want to talk about some of our highlights, our biggest wins and things we've done. So if we start with the events, obviously we did Summer Nats.
Yep.
Brasher Nats.
Yep.
And what else we do? We did like the Barber Expo. Do you even remember?
I do remember
It seems like a distant memory.
Yeah.
It was like 6 months ago. We did a beard bash thing. We did the hunting gathering.
Northeast experience.
That's happening again in just like about a month's time too.
Yep.
So if anyone's into their hunting, camping, fishing, that's fucking awesome. It's in Albury. Albury? Albury.
Wodonga.
I was saying it wrong when I was there. But all those events have been super cool for us to be able to go out and like actually meet the people that we're talking to, and the opportunities kept rolling in, which is awesome.
I think that's the biggest thing. It's having those conversations with all these different collectives of like they're all the same people, but once they're in their groups sharing what they love, we've said it time and time again, people need to find their tribes. And when they do, I don't know, they're more forthcoming with actually having the conversations that we want to have.
Both you and I were nominated for Men's Health Champion Awards through the Australian Men's Health Forum.
I actually forgot about that.
Yeah.
That was just like one of the most recent things.
That wasn't long ago. So
No.
that's a little bit of a win. Pat ourselves on the back for that. I did a talk on some of the stuff we've learnt as well.
That was actually something that the people that were speaking at that Men's Health Forum were like very, very well known in, I guess, the men's space. And we rocked up, just two blokes that are going out there trying to do some cool shit. No one really gave us too much attention until you spoke. And then I think everyone realized, like, holy shit, what these boys doing it's different. And you sort of like, I don't know, the attention that came from that was, I guess it was very well deserved. Like, you spoke very, very well, but it just, you demanded respect and authority from it.
Well, what we've done proves the concept. So I was just talking about what we have done and what we have learned by doing it. So I don't expect these guys to be listening to my podcast if you're running some big organization, but we are making a point that the way things are being done, you know, it can always be done better. And we've obviously found some problems that are wrong with what's going on. So that's all I spoke about. We have figured out how to make guys listen to us. And it's by talking about shitbags and piss sticks, apparently.
Yeah, piss sticks go a long way. But I think that's the thing, that no one wants to be speaking about, you know, the doom and gloom all the time. It becomes very, very hard to consume. And you need to break it up a bit. Like, guys don't want to talk about that shit every single time. I think we said that in episode 1. We're now, 90-something episodes in?
I think this is 91 or 92.
Look at us go.
Well, you said Volkanovski's coming for 100.
I hope so, bro. Hot Volk. If you want to do episode 100, there's a spot right here for you.
Yeah, that chat was called Relatability Over Rhetoric in Men's Healthcare. Quite a fucking mouthful, but there was doctors and shit in the room. So, yeah, maybe we talk about that sometime.
I'll let you say the intro for that, though.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Relatability and rhetoric.
Podcasts, right? So, as I said at the start, we've done 52 of them in the past year. What were some of your highlights, biggest takeaways, favorite guests?
Some of my biggest highlights and favorite guests. I mean, did we have Swifty on this year?
Oh, that's a good question.
Was that last year?
It was, yeah, no, we did, because it was just after Summer Nights.
Yeah. That would probably be one of my favorite things that we've done so far, just because, like, Jack is such a good bloke, but it was giving him the opportunity to jump on a plane for the first time. Like, just something that, like, we have flown all over Australia this year, and I guess you take it for granted that that's not something that everyone does all the time. But yeah, I think that was one of the highlights for me, was getting Jack on the couches and I guess having that relatable chat with him. Like we've had those chats at Summer Nats in his happy place, but he chose to do it with us on the couches, which was cool.
We might see if we can do a rerun at Summer Nats because his evolution as a person is great. So I think he'd be, even further along his journey after another 12 months. So maybe look at doing that.
He's coming along in leaps and bounds. Just incredible human being.
That's going to be cool. And he's in the Burnout Masters game now too. I actually downloaded it and purchased Swifty.
Yeah.
So,
I think we the day that the update came out, Hemi has just been thrashing Swifty around the Burnout pad.
Yeah, but they took the Blokes Advice stickers off it. You got to pay for that or?
No, I don't think so. Can you put them on?
I mean, I got to pay the game people to put them on.
Probably. I know. That's a conversation we can have when we're at Burnout Masters.
Yeah, sorry. Don't mean to call anyone a dog, but they're nice guys.
They are.
But I was excited to see the fucking logo on it.
It happens.
It does happen. What else did we get up to?
Well, who's your, if you had to pick one guest from a highlight that we've had this year?
Oh, definitely Big Chocky.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good chat.
Yeah, look, that chat was great because obviously so topical right now. I felt like we got to talk about some real relevant stuff. So that was, in terms of a good discussion about important things, that was a bit of a highlight. Going back further than that, I enjoyed the chat with Hayes just because he's such a different character.
An enigma.
He's wild. Like, he's a fucking warrior. He's scary motherfucker.
But he's so articulate, and you can see when you're speaking to him, his brain is worked. Like he's like an onion. There's so many layers to him.
Oh, Hayes, you onion.
Yeah.
He's a bit of a sweetie too.
He's a good bloke.
He's sweeter than he looks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who else? There was
Jock was a banger chat too.
Jock was a great one just because of how upfront and honest he was. I found it super relatable for a lot of guys to be able to be like, oh shit, this guy is just doesn't have a facade. He doesn't have his mask on. He's just telling it like it is. And I think that was pretty inspirational. Swifty was the same in that regard. Like, he just said, this is me, laid it out there. And it's good to see that.
I think it's just, we've had so many great chats with so many good people. One of the favorite things that I think we've done with what we do with the podcast is getting Hayden on though.
Yeah. And we've spoken about this on the socials, but Hayden, big part of the community. Sadly, tragic accident. We lost him just a few weeks ago. We should definitely give Hayden his kudos because he was a massive inspiration. I've posted a story a couple times and I've said it at a bunch of events around the country using Hayden as an example of what we're trying to get guys to be.
Hayden is like the epitome of what Blokes Advice represents. Yeah. Everything he did, he left a mark on people for the greater good, and he was a light for so many people in dark times. Yeah. And no one knew about it.
No.
Other than us behind the scenes.
Yeah, like at least we got him on the podcast to share his story and spoke to his kids. Like, they're so stoked to be able to have that. The 46 for 46 challenge we did was, it was a challenge, but at the end of the day, it was to raise funds for us to train our Better Bloke first responders. That's part of this whole program we're doing to connect guys to talk to one another. Hayden was the first in line to go through that training that we raised the money for, and that's happening at the end of the month.
Yep.
We're going to do that. So massive blow. But when I went to him and I said, hey man, we're doing this, I told him about the program. He's practically doing it already. I just wanted to give him the skills. He couldn't have said yes any faster. Absolute fucking legend.
Which that does not surprise me at all. And seeing the look on his parents' faces and all of his friends when we got to talk to him the other week at the funeral and tell them about the stories they had no idea about was special.
Rest in peace, brother. Yeah. Right on. Oh, you made me sad now, Rob. You made me sad.
It's
Let's talk about some funner events.
okay.
We did a bunch of moto rides, which was cool, getting the crews together. It's all community-based stuff. So big shout-outs to Anglers Inn. We ran a couple of events down there. Stretch, a member out of Sydney.
Yep.
We did the Lost Sons ride. And then
Ash from Older But Not Wiser.
Yep.
They threw one down to Victoria.
Yep. So that was awesome. Definitely keen to get more into the moto scene. So if you got a moto crew and want to do some rides, literally just send us a DM and we'll make it happen.
Well, so let's talk about the states that we've covered. So obviously we're based in Queensland, so we've done a lot throughout Queensland. We did New South Wales, Canberra, that falls under the ACT.
Yep. Victoria. And South Australia. So it's just Western Australia, Northern Territory, and Tasmania we haven't been to. All the ones that are super expensive and hard to get to.
Yep.
So that makes sense. I'd really like to get the Bloke bus on the road this year and hit the road more. So that's on the agenda. We're going to bring back the barbecue and chills, more community events, more collab events, and more attending events like we're doing at some events. So yeah, we'll see definitely more people in more places.
A lot more, as well as actually pulling the trigger on doing some workplace chats. So obviously by the time that we had our talks fully nutted out and ready to go, it became a very bad time of the year to try and do some workplace talks. So that's all ready to pull the trigger. And yeah, once everyone's back at work and into the rhythm and routine of it, we're going to hit the ground running with that.
Fuck yeah. We also gave out some grants and some donations this year, which was cool to be able to do. We gave $3,000 to the CEO Sleep Out, which is part of the St. Vinny's thing.
Yep.
And it's all about homelessness. So that was cool to do. And also Men's Talk, we gave them another $3,000 grant to run barbecues, much like we do, just so it doesn't need us to be there. It's helping other people pretty much extend our work or our mission in the way they do it. So it was cool to be able to do that.
It's really good to be able to actually give back to the community. If we're not doing it in our sense, those same people have the same ethos and values. And I guess it's just spreading the community awareness and the networking so that everyone feels the love.
We also consulted to the ABC a couple times on 2 different occasions, which is quite funny. So they came to us, I don't even know if I'm allowed to talk about it, but pretty much they wanted to know our take because we're in touch with the people of the world, the Blokes of Australia. So it was cool to be able to work with organizations at a level like that about passing on our knowledge and being able to, I guess, represent the guys we represent on kind of a mainstream level, even though they're not our most mainstream friends.
I wouldn't say they're our friends, no.
No, not really. But they still came to us, which was hilarious.
They wrote some very nice things too.
They did. The other thing, one of the highlights of this year, of course, is we both signed up for our first boxing fights.
We did.
We did.
How did yours go?
Walkover, mate.
Walkover.
Walk through, walk over.
Got the dub. No, it's called a walkover.
He quit. So I'm not going to say he pussied out, but technically I am now 1-0.
1-0.
1-0, or at least a dash and a 0. The important thing is it's not 0-1.
Which is what my record is now.
Yes, but you did have to fight at least.
I did. There was a lot of people there.
Yeah, it was.
Podcast Royale 2.0.
Ooh, I wonder what's going to happen for 3.0.
We'll wait and see.
So that was a pretty cool thing. What else? There was so much stuff. You did a golf event?
Oh, yep, we did a golf event with Chasing Eagles.
Yep.
That was actually an unreal day. They got so many people there, everyone rocking around in their custom golf shirts, and there was a lot of good conversations happening that day. So it's one of those things that when we go to these things, even if they're not our events, but either we're the beneficiary or we're just invited along, we bring this, I guess, presence to be having the talks that we do. And it's really, really good.
Now, there was another thing we did, and you might get slapped because you didn't mention this name when I asked you your favorite podcast. You helped Mary and Bogged Brakes. Yeah, she might bitch slap you.
Yeah. Shit, sorry, Mary. That's the second time I've helped with Bogged Brakes, which is, it makes you feel proud to be a part of something like that. And obviously the work that Mary does and the work that we do are both I guess they go hand in hand. Like the way that she communicates with blokes is very similar to how we do it. She could pretty much be a bloke herself with how she talks. So it's good to see that, you know, she trusted me to be able to go and help facilitate her one of her events.
I think the reoccurring theme with all of this recap stuff is it's all community based and it's all people that are kind of doing what we're doing. A rising tide lifts all ships.
It does.
So that's what we're going to double down on in 2026 if I get the year right. So I'm excited for that.
It's going to be a huge year, and we're going to hit the ground running. I don't know how we're going to find time to do everything that we've got planned.
Oh, I have an idea.
Baby steps.
Baby steps, baby. Look, on that note, we probably don't need to keep on going. Everyone's got a New Year resolution to get to or something like that. Isn't that what they say?
New year, new me.
New year, new me.
Not for us.
Put some work in.
Same year, same us. Just bigger and better.
Don't fix what's perfect. That's you. You're perfect.
You can always fix things.
Not you. Perfect, mate.
No,
I started with complimenting you, and I'm going to round it out that way too.
I'm not going to accept your compliment.
Oh, fair enough. All right, guys. If you want to head over to the website, betterblokeproject.org, it's going to have a list of the upcoming events. It's also going to have some information on the things we didn't talk about. The first responder program, also the Better Bloke blueprint, which is a bunch of resources we put together so you can do a little bit of assessment on how you're feeling. Other than that, there's all the previous podcasts and stuff, as well as just all the other cool shit we're getting around.
You can donate. You can buy these shirts. Everything goes directly to the charity. We are a registered not-for-profit Australian charity.
You may be able to buy some of those shirts because we're going to be selling them at Summer Nats tomorrow.
So they might sell out.
So come and get them from Summer Nats and we'll give you a discount. Thank you.
Well, okay.
Round us out, Rob.
As always, be better. Thanks for tuning in. If you got anything out of this, be sure to show some love on whatever platform it is that you're listening on and drop us some love across our socials.
If you want to know more, you can head to betterblokeproject.org where you can learn about the programs we run, find out about upcoming events, and donate to the cause of building better blokes.